Yom Haatzmaut Sameach. As you can see, I come to you today with this background of the Israeli flag out of pride for what the Israeli flag represents, and with an incredible amount of pride for the fact that we have a Jewish state that we can be so proud of. Gemara in Zvachim tells us on Daf Kuf Tet Zayin Amud Aleph. Gemara tells us, "Vayishma yitro kohen midyan, ma shmua shama uba v'nitgayer." What was it that Yitro heard that caused him to decide to convert to Judaism? Gemara gives three opinions. Rabbi Yeshua Amar Melchemet Amalek. Number two, second opinion, Rabbi Elazar Hamodai Amar Matan Torah. And the third opinion is Kriyat Yamsuf. Now think about those three opinions and think about those three positions for a minute. Two out of three of them make incredible amount of sense. Melchemet Amalek? I don't know. Not so sure. Kriyat Yamsuf, without a doubt. An incredible miracle. The same could be said, without a chance, without even a question, of Matan Torah. These were Nisim Gluyim. These were miraculous events in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu literally suspended nature and made sure to demonstrate and show the Jewish people with all his power and all his might that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was controlling things, taking the Jews out of Mitzrayim, granting them the Torah. But Melchemet Amalek is a strange concept. Why is it that Yitro heard Melchemet Amalek, heard about the victory with Amalek, and decided because of that ultimately he wanted to join the Jewish people? What was it within that? So perhaps the distinction is between a Nes Nigla and a Nes Nister. Maybe, perhaps, the concept and the idea that Kodesh Baruch Hu could perform a Nes Nigla, a revealed miracle, and that would inspire us, yes, that I understand, that I accept. But maybe the Tana is trying to teach us that we have to see the Yad Hashem even in the Nes Nister. Maybe we have to see the Yad Hashem. Yitro saw the Yad Hashem even in the hidden miracles. And I think in many ways, we have to think about Yom Haatzmaut in that context as well. Because as time goes on, and as we get further and further away from 1948, it becomes harder to see the Nes Nigla that was 1948. It was a revealed miracle. It absolutely was a Kodesh Baruch Hu suspending nature of sorts to create and establish and build the state of Israel. But the further we get from that moment, the harder it is to see that and recognize it as being a revealed miracle. But what we have to do is think about it from the context of, even if it would be a hidden miracle, it's still an incredible miracle, and it's still something that we need to celebrate and be proud of. The concept of Ahavat Eretz Yisrael is an incredible concept. It doesn't exist in other countries. To love the land. We live in Canada. Maybe we love this country, but do we love the land? Beauty of the land, the incredible nature of the land of Israel, a land that the Jewish people waited thousands of years for. The fact that we have it today is the Yad Hashem. We can't go to Israel to visit right now because we're still in the throes of this global pandemic. And in fact, even celebrating Yom Haatzmaut is a challenge because we're not going to be able to dance and sing and enjoy the way that we would normally enjoy. We're going to do our best to try to give you some simcha on Yom Haatzmaut. But you have to remember, the country is doing incredible. They're building everywhere. And that in of itself is a critical step in the Geula process. They're getting the Jewish people ready for Aliyah L'Regel, which is coming. In our tefillah for the Shalom of the Medinat Yisrael, we say, Reishit Tzmicha Geulatenu, that it's the beginning of the Geula process. I don't understand on any level how that's controversial. I know people say it is controversial. I don't see it. I can't understand it. Jewish presence, Jewish construction within Israel is a critical step of the Geula. That's what we're doing right now. We're seeing the Geula. We know it's happening. The Gemara Sanhedrin tells us that there are three steps that have to exist in order to rebuild the Beit HaMikdash. Number one, Lahamid Lachem Melech. You have to establish a Jewish government. Number two, Lahachrit Zera Shel Amalek. You have to destroy Amalek. And of course, number three, we will then rebuild the Beit HaMikdash. establishing a kingship, establishing a Jewish state. We've done that. The government is not necessarily made up entirely of Yirei Shemayim, we know that. But you know what? We're getting there slowly. There are more Dati soldiers. There are more Dati members of Knesset than ever before in the history of government. And the fact that it's only taken us a short period of time to get there, relatively speaking, is a miracle on top of a miracle. I wish there was a way in which, in the midst of this global pandemic that's coming, that exists, that we could find a way, despite its existence, to try to give you the simcha of Yom Haatzmaut and the joy of celebrating Israel's birthday as a modern state. We're going to try, but I encourage you to make the most out of the day as possible. Do something different. Find a way to connect. Watch some videos. Watch pictures. See what's going on in Israel. Take pride in the fact that Israel's being called a vaccine state over the fact that the entire country seems to be at the moment past the pandemic and bringing life closer to normal. And let's take pride in the reality and the knowledge that these are our people. Pride in the fact that Israel performs miracles on a daily basis, and recognizing, as Rabbi Jonathan Sachs always used to say, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, that even a hidden miracle can be a revealed miracle, depending on how it's looked at and depending on how we see it. Please allow me to wish you a Yom Haatzmaut Sameach, filled with simcha, happiness, and joy. Thank you for listening.